Welcome to Vinitaly 2025. This prestigious wine festival celebrates Italian wine culture in all its forms. From legendary producers to new, innovative brands, it's all here. Vinitaly is not just about exhibiting wines. It's a lively overview of Italian terroir, tradition, crafts, and trends. The future of wine is shaped here, not just in Italy, but in the whole world. All adventurous winemaking souls meet here for a few days. Sommeliers, winemakers, traders, journalists, and wine enthusiasts from all over the world. We were delighted to accept the invitation to this amazing event and bring you the most interesting moments, tastes, and stories. I am Madame Greksa, and I invite you with me to the largest wine exhibition in Italy, Vinitaly. Verona, a city where history meets modern life. From a bird's-eye view, a mosaic of narrow streets, squares and monuments is revealed. Every corner here tells the story of this unique city. Castel San Pietro rises on the eastern bank of the Adige River. Here you can find the most beautiful views of the entire old city. Below it stretches the Ponte Pietra, the oldest bridge in Verona. It connects both banks since Roman times. Castelvecchio is no less iconic. It's a medieval fortress built in the 14th century by the Della Scala dynasty. Today it serves as a museum and a symbol of the city's defense. In the heart of the city we find the Verona Cathedral, a majestic Gothic building built in the 12th century. It is adjacent to the Torre dei Lamberti, an 84-meter high tower with a must-see view. For romantics, Verona is a pilgrimage city as it is home to the Juliet's famous balcony. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet comes to life in the alleys that connect the past with the story. And finally, the Arena di Verona, the Roman amphitheater, which has been bringing culture to open air since the times of the Roman Empire. Today it is one of the most prestigious opera stages in the world. But Verona is not just a pretty backdrop. You will experience a vibrant city that breathes history and at the same time lives in the present. Every year, one of the largest wine fairs in the world is held in the Verona Exhibition Center. We started with a masterclass on multi-vintage blend, which was dedicated to an unconventional wine style. This is a wine that is created by blending multiple vintages, thus gaining exceptional depth and complexity. Under the guidance of enological expert Filippo Bartolotta, we tasted 8 carefully selected samples that showed us how this trend can take wine to a whole new level. Among the white wines, we were surprised by a bold and sophisticated piece, Pasqua Hey French from Italy. The exceptional experience was completed by tasting a true rarity, Vega Sicilia Reserva Especial. It is one of the best red wines in the world. The master winemaker, who has been creating this iconic wine for 10 years, Gonzalo Iturriaga, told us about its uniqueness via a video link.
Well, first of all, thank you very much
Cheers.
For this wonderful masterclass. It was very enlightening.
I think the idea, I'm glad you enjoyed it because this is something that doesn't happen every day. The idea of multi-vintage fine wines is not the idea of blending for any other purpose but just to do the quintessential part of what the winemaker has. In other words, multi-vintage can help winemakers to counterbalance the extreme effects of climate change, of different cold, super cold, and super hot vintage, super rainy and super dry. And at that point, that's one of the key factors. The other factor is that actually natural wines have made a place, right, everywhere in the world. But what about winemaking? What about fine winemaking? Because one thing about cheap multi-vintage, which is table wine, is one thing. So people just blend whatever they've got.
Yes.
But here, there is an incredible inception,
Yes.
right? There is a lot of work. It takes like years to make it and a lot of money.
Yes. So once again, thank you
Cheers.
for this experience.
Yeah.
And I wish you only the best in the future
Grazie.
with this segment.
Likewise. Ciao ragazzi.
We also visited the Antinori stand, one of the most important producers in the whole world. The history of the winery dates back to 1385. Currently, after 26 generations, the winery is run by Piero Antinori together with his 3 daughters. The Antinori family produces more than 20 million bottles annually under various brands. But among their greatest legends are Tignanello and Solaia. These wines are ranked among the top 3 most important and recognized red wines from all over Italy. In 2022, their winery won the Architectural Award for the most beautiful winery in the world. It is a true gem set in a Tuscany landscape where tradition meets modern aesthetics. A visit to their stand gave us the opportunity to taste not only new vintages, but also older, legendary wines. Tignanello, a revolutionary Super Toscan that was the first to break the rule of classic Chianti. Solaia is even a stronger expression of elegance and power. These wines are not only icons of Tuscany. They are proof that even in a country with a 1,000-year tradition, wine can be made differently and still be truly exceptional. At Vinitaly, we could not miss the stand of the legendary Tuscan producer Fontodi, a winery from the heart of the Chianti Classico region. Their wines are synonymous with elegance, terroir and exceptional quality. We tasted their new Chianti Classico Gran Selezione Vigna del Sorbo, a wine with a rich structure, velvety tannins and tones of dark fruit, spices and minerals. This is pure Sangiovese from a prestigious vineyard which matures for 24 months in French barrels. However, the highlight of the tasting was the iconic Flaccianello della Pieve, the highest rated wine from the original variety, from the best plots of the winery. We tasted the 2021 vintage. The aroma enchants with tones of dark cherries, blackberries, prunes. There are also subtle touches of violets, leather and balsamic. In the background you can smell spices, tobacco and a hint of eucalyptus. The taste is powerful, juicy with firm, velvety tannins and a long mineral finish. Flaccianello is a wine with a capital V. It combines strength, elegance and potential for aging. The next stop at Vinitaly was the masterclass called Refreshing Reds, and it was led by renowned American sommelier Jeff Porter. Jeff is a recognized expert on Italian wines and former director of the wine section at the Bastianich Hospitality Group. He is also the creator of the award-winning Sip Trip series, in which he brings the Italian wine world closer to new generation of wine lovers. In this masterclass, he presented a selection of atypical, light and fresh red wines from different corners of Italy. Wines that you might not even look for in a country known for its robust reds. These refreshing reds are the answer to the changing preferences of young consumers. Generation Z and the millennials are increasingly reaching for lighter, fruitier and less tannic wines. For those that can be drunk just like that. Without complicated rules, without decanting, and even a little bit chilled. The wine world is starting to realize that less and less wine is sold every year, and it is precisely the younger generation that no longer seeks out the classic heavy wines that their parents drank. That is why wines like these, fresh, uncomplicated but still of high quality, represent an important step towards gaining new fans. I must admit that I was pleasantly surprised, especially with how diverse and refreshing red wines can be found in Italy, despite the fact that the country is more known for its robust and full-bodied red wines. This tasting showed that the Italian winemakers can be innovative and adapt to changing consumer preferences.
Right now we are standing here with Jeff Porter. He's a beverage specialist who lead a masterclass about refreshing red wines. It's a kind of a new thing, a new trend that we try to induct on the markets because we are losing the younger ones. Yeah, so Jeff is somebody who stepped up and he's interested in maybe finding wines that are interesting for the younger generation. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, like I said at the end, wine is a community of people, and we want to just embrace more people, not with exclusionary wines, but with wines of like the populace, wines that everyone can feel comfortable with and learn from, and then move throughout their wine journey.
Yes, of course. I always use the term wine journey because everyone has his own wine journey and is in a different state every time, you know. So yes, of course, my first wine was Prosecco. Right now we are laughing about it, but it's like that. It's a gateway. So you have to start somewhere, and through these red wines, you think we can reach younger adults. Yeah.
The wines that I showed here like are diverse and unique, but each one has, I think, a sensibility that is easy, but also both with a lot of intelligence behind it, where it's like, it's like reading a great book or seeing a movie that on the surface is like, wow, this is so much fun, it's an action movie, and then you go home later and you're like, wait, there was a whole message that at first I didn't understand, but now I really, really appreciate it, and I want to revisit it. And I think that's what these wines are.
Thank you for this
masterclass.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure listening to your thoughts, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you
I look
very
forward to visiting you. Ciao.
Another highlight of our visit to Vinitaly was a stop at the Cantina Terlan stand. The winery is a hidden treasure in the Italian wine scene, and it produces the highest rated white wines in all of Italy. Cantina Terlan was founded in 1893 in the Alto Adige region, also known as South Tyrol. The area was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire until 1919. The origin still influences the culture, language, and approach to winemaking today. The region is a unique combination of alpine precision and Mediterranean elegance. The winery operates as a cooperative of 180 wine growers who farm the steep slopes around the village of Terlano. Thanks to the mineral soils rich in porphyry and the high altitudes, wines with exceptional freshness and higher aging potential are created here. Rudy introduced us to two models of his winery, which are considered the absolute top of white wines in the entire country. Rarity 2012 is a wine that is the result of patience and consistency. The Terlaner Grand Cuvée Primo 2022 is a wine from the best vineyards built on the Pinot Blanco variety. We also felt this German influence when we met the head winemaker Rudi Koffler, who, quite naturally, asked us to speak German with him.
Vielen Dank für Ihre Zeit. Ich will mal fragen, Ihre Weine sind weltweit bekannt, ja? Aber warum meinen Sie, ist das so?
Ja, beim Wein ist sicherlich immer das Ausschlaggebende, das Terroir, also wo der Wein wächst, das Mikroklima. Also wir haben in Terlan sicherlich gesegnete Weinlagen. Wir haben auch eine sehr, sehr lange Tradition, über 130 Jahre die Tradition hat die Kellerei Terlan und wir haben sicher auf Qualität uns spezialisiert und wir haben auch viel Energie und Leidenschaft hineingelegt und deshalb glaube ich, das spürt man auch in den Weinen und deswegen haben die Weine auch weltweit Erfolg.
Und Sie sind es ist eine internationales Kooperation von wie vielen Weingrowers?
Ja, wir haben mit Terlan 180 Familien, 180 Personen, die dahinter stehen und es sind dann 200 Hektar Rebfläche. Aber trotzdem, wenn man das umrechnet, sind das sehr kleine Strukturen sehr familiäre Betriebe, die die Weinberge sehr gut bearbeiten und deshalb uns auch ein exzellentes Traubmaterial liefern.
Ja, perfekt. Und die Top-Produkte, wie viele Jahre ist das im Keller?
Ja, unterschiedlich. Also das kann auch über Jahrzehnte, das kann auch 10 Jahre und noch länger
10 Jahre,
im Keller
ja.
sein. Also bei den Rarity-Weinen, die sind, jetzt verkaufen wir 2012, also nach 13 Jahren wird der Wein verkauft. Wir haben auch noch was liegen auf der Feinhefe aus dem Jahr 1979. Und Terlan hat eine sehr, sehr große Tradition und auch viel Zeit. Wir lassen uns auch viel Zeit. Die Weine brauchen auch Zeit, sich zu entwickeln. Und ich glaube, große Weine müssen auch reifen können. Und man muss sie auch reifen lassen.
Danke vielmals für Ihre Zeit.
At Vinitaly, we were also attracted by the Moleto Winery stand, where we discovered the El Mio Gusto collection. This series of flavored Proseccos is designed especially for the younger generation. The time when young consumers are increasingly looking for light, fun and fresh wines, Il Mio Gusto comes with an answer that has both style and taste. With an alcohol content of only 7%, fruity flavors and a distinctive bottle design, these bubbles are ideal for summer parties, brunch with friends or as a stylish aperitif. And what's more, all flavors are made from high-quality Italian Prosecco and natural ingredients. Il Mio Gusto proves that Prosecco can be modern, playful, and ready to captivate a generation of whole new bubble lovers. At Vinitaly, we also attended a masterclass dedicated to the variety, which is slowly but surely returning to the international wine scene, the Welsh Riesling. Under the guidance of renowned enologist Dusan Bates, we had the opportunity to taste a selection of wines which showed the wide stylistic range of this variety, from light and fresh white wines to mature, complex specimens with a great potential for storage. Although Welsh Riesling has long been labeled as a second-rate variety, today the tables are turning. As Bates himself said, there are no good and bad varieties, only good and bad wines. Welsh Riesling used to be a tool for mass production, where the variety itself was of no interest to anyone. Today, however, everything is different. The quality has increased significantly, the style has modernized, and the only obstacle left is the old image. The tasting of 11 carefully selected wines was a clear proof that Welsh Riesling not only has character but also a future, and it's ready to refute all the prejudices that have held it back for years. Hello.
Good to see you.
It was very pleasureful to hear your thoughts about this maybe forgotten grape variety. In Slovakia we have a lot of vineyard plants with this variety. Also from Bratislava it's just a couple of miles to Niederösterreich, and this Neusiedlerse, it's a very popular grape variety. We know and we use it a lot, we drink it a lot, but does it have a chance in the world? Could it become the next Chardonnay?
Well, it can, but you need three things. You have to be multinational with a lot of money to wash the brains to the Welsh Riesling. So that everybody would say, oh, Welsh Riesling, that's something.
Yeah. Marketing.
Or
Yeah.
you buy the market share of those that already have an important share on the market with Welsh Riesling, and you enhance the market. So you push the Welsh Riesling through buying the concurrents and enhancing the whole structure of the business upwards.
Do you think Welsh Riesling is the main white variety from Slovenia? Is it like that?
Yeah, it's like 11% in acreage. So
Okay.
it's number one due to the hectares,
Yeah.
but not due to the image, or not even in let's say in sales. It's the basic entrance.
But as we tasted today, we tasted 11 different Welsh Riesling. We can say the variety is very broad in terms of can be really fresh. It can be also a really high quality wine we use with malolactic fermentation and oak. It can blend and it can go orange. I didn't know about that. That's a surprise for me. So perfect. There was a very nice two samples, and also sweet. Sweet we know from Austria.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think they are the best from this variety. Yeah. Hope it goes well, and we'll see next 20 years for both Slovenian and Slovakian wines.
Let's go for that.
Thank you for your time once
Thank you.
again.
Thank you again.
It was a real pleasure.
Super. Glad to hear.
Next at Vinitaly, we also stopped by the stand of the winery Burlotto, the producer who is currently behind the highest rated Barolos from all over Piedmont. This historic winery from Verduno, founded in 1850, is now run by Fabio Alessanderia, who sensitively combines family traditions with a modern approach to winemaking. During the tasting, we had the opportunity to taste the winery's entire portfolio, including their most prestigious wines, Canubi, Castelletto, Acclivi, and their top terroir, the Monvigliero. The Burlotto wines honestly surprised me, not with power and concentration, but with elegance, precision, and finesse. This is a modern Barolo style, medium-bodied wines with soft tannins, immediately drinkable, but still with everything you expect from a Barolo: the complexity, nobility, and terroir. No rough edges, no aggressive tannins, just harmony, purity, and a sophisticated expression of the Nebbiolo variety. Wines that are not trapped in the past, but still carry all the best from the place where they come from. Next, we visited the stand of the Paruso winery, located in the village of Monforte de Alba, in the heart of the Barolo region. This family winery, run by Marco Paruso, is known for its emphasis on traditional winemaking methods and respect for the terroir. During the tasting, we had the opportunity to taste their classic Barolo wines, which are characterized by a deep ruby color, complex aromas of red fruit, tobacco, and spices, and on the palate they are full with very firm tannins and a long aftertaste. We were also very pleasantly surprised with their Spumante Metodo Classico Extra Brut, which is made from 100% Nebbiolo. The wine is aged on its lees in the cellar for 36 months, during which it is regularly stirred by hand. The result is a sparkling wine with a very fine and elegant effervescence, which brings aromas of ripe fruit, apricot, strawberry, and apple. On the palate, the wine is fresh with a delicate acidity and elegant structure, which is provided by the Nebbiolo variety. These wines are proof that Paruso can combine tradition with innovation and create wines that appeal to lovers all over the world. If you enjoy wine, traveling, and discovering new flavors and places, don't forget to like, leave a comment, or click on the subscribe button. We are preparing other interesting reports, interviews, and wine tips, so stay with us and be there when another bottle of this story will open.